Hello everyone, Mucklick Douglas Bartholomew Reginald Esquire IV here, and this is a guide aimed at showing you how to craft Strife Unending, the legendary accessory added in Visions of Eternity in Guild Wars 2. Let's get started. First off, why would you want legendary gear? Legendary gear has the same stats as ascended gear. That means if you find a piece of ascended gear with power, precision, and ferocity on it, and a legendary gear with those same three stats, the numbers will be the same. However, a legendary gear can swap to other stats at any time you are out of combat. This means that you can use the legendary you own or aim to own, and it can always have the desired stats on every character you have. Another reason you might want it is if you think it looks good. In the case of Strife Unending, it comes with multiple visual effects. It makes your hands glow with a blue flame, and when you enter combat, two swords clash above your head. However, as you get a kill streak of players in Worldview World or any enemies in Open World, the swords will increase in intensity. Note, the effect is reset if you die. There are 5 tiers of the effect. Tiers 1, 2, and 3 can be reached with 1 Strife Unending equipped. Tiers 4 and 5 of the effect can be reached with 2 copies of Strife Unending equipped. Additionally, any siege that you place and operate will get a makeover and have unique particle effects while you have the legendary equipped. Note, legendaries can be a long-term project. Do a little bit each day and you will get it done. Don't get discouraged. Let's set some expectations. Legendaries require a wide range of materials or time commitments. This one is truly not too bad. 95% of what you need to make this legendary is gained by simply playing World v World game mode. If you already have been enjoying World v World for quite some time, you may have this 80% done without any effort. If you are considering starting World v World to obtain this, it will take a while, but it will not be difficult, because by just playing the game mode normally, you will get nearly everything you need. Okay, let's get started. Crafting requirements and early time gates. This is a list of things you will need that could take a considerable amount of time that you may want to start on first. I will go over all of these in detail soon. 45 Mystic Clovers. You will get a minimum of 10 clovers while working on this project. You'll need to acquire the others. A Mistwalker infusion. This can be obtained in 3 ways. Buying it from a merchant, which costs a mountain of World v World materials, or buying from another player, which costs quite a bit of gold if you go that route, or dropped from a lord or mist chest very rarely. Because of this, you could postpone getting this until much later and hope it drops and maybe you'll get lucky. There are many other items that are time gates, but all of them can be acquired simultaneously, for you thieves, that means at the same time, while playing World v World. But do make sure that you have the Gift of Battle reward track selected and set to repeating, as you will need 5 of them. That may sound daunting for PvE players, but trust me when I say that you will get the gifts long before finishing the other items. This is the Guild Wars 2 wiki page for Strife Unending, which has our shopping list. As mentioned before we start, make sure to set your reward track to Gifts of Battle. If you wish to use any boosts to speed up certain aspects of this, you can use things like buffs from your guild hall's bartender, World v World enrichments, XP boosters, etc. First thing we need to do is a prerequisite achievement called Miss Research. Search for this in your achievements and click the eye icon to pin it to the top right while you're working on it. Step 1 is to talk to Dugan. He can be found on any World v World map near your team's entrance. Look for the spooky man. Talk to him, follow his dialogue options until you get the achievement credit. You then are given a list of locations to visit and interact with the hero points there. Note, if you have never been to these, you may have to interact with them once for the hero point, then a second time for the achievement. And if you're holding quartz, perhaps a third time because of the fused quartz pop-up. You do not have to do these in order, but here are the list of locations. Investigate the Crate Reliquary in Dark Rate Inlet, found here. Investigate the Dredge Furnace in Molvekian Delve, found here. Investigate the Harpy Nesting Grounds in Orgath Uplands, found here. Investigate the Heart of the Stone inside Stone Mist Castle, found here. This one is probably the easiest one. If your team doesn't have it, just grab 2 of your closest friends and go nab it and get that hero point. Easy peasy. Investigate the Centaur Totem in the Spirit Home, found here. Investigate the Skrit Shiny in the Titan Paw, found here. And investigate the Mysterious Energy in Dara's Maze, found here. Once you have all these tasks done, Miss Research is complete, and you can now open and pin the Miss Research Strife Unending achievement. Once again, while working on this, you will be slowly earning all the other WvW currencies you will need later. So let's jump into the second achievement. Go talk to Dugan again on any map and follow his dialogue options to unlock the second achievement. We're now at the first step that requires having the Mistwalker infusion I mentioned earlier. You may wish to skip ahead in the video and work on other steps and come back to this spot when you get the infusion. Once again, it can be bought with gold on the trading post under the name Ball of Charged Mist Essence, which is a container with the infusion inside it, or bought from Dugan for 3,000 WvW claim tickets, 5,000 badges of honor, 200 emblems of the Avenger, and 2 emblems of the Conqueror. The tickets and badges you will earn over time while playing WvW. Emblems of the Avenger you get for every 100 kills in WvW, and emblems of the Conqueror you get for every 100 objectives captured or defended in WvW. The third method of acquiring the infusion is luck. It can drop from lords or mist chests while playing. So either play a bunch of WvW for many weeks to get enough tickets to buy this, by that time you will probably have all the other things on the list, or use gold or luck to skip making this purchase. Once you have the infusion, by any means, put it on, look fabulous, and go murdering. You'll need to participate in 100 kills. Note, you don't have to get the killing blow to check off the next step of the achievement. Next is to find the Warclaw Tamer in Zraith's Beacon. You will need to travel to the Obsidian Sanctum map and do the jumping puzzle there. A couple of small notes. This is a long puzzle, and you may need to pull up a guide or a pathing add-on to get through it. The NPC you need is near the end off to the left. Also, you may encounter players on enemy teams that show as hostile to you while you are there. Most likely, they are also working on the legendary that you are. Proper WvW decorum is to not bother other players trying to do the jumping puzzle unless they attack you first. Or you're a psychopath, just throwing it out there. As mentioned, near the end of the puzzle, head over here to the left and talk to this guy. Follow the dialogue until you get the update. After this point, you will get a list of goals that you can do in any order. The first 3 are to capture a location and interact with a person or object in the edge of the Mist map. If you are new to WvW, this is the only map that is not very active. There are a few reasons for this, but one of them is that you cannot use mounts here, so travel is slower. Go to the forge while your team controls it and speak with the smith there. It is found here. Go to the altar while your team controls it and interact with the altar there. It is found here. Go to the workshop while your team controls it and talk to the mechanic there. It is found here. Capture the keep of an enemy team in the Eternal Battlegrounds. I'm told by others that this does not count if you lose your own keep and get it back. It has to be one of the 2 opposing teams' major keeps on this map. That means of these 3, whichever 2 are not by your spawn, you need to capture one of those. After you take control of it, a Warclaw spirit will spawn a short distance from the Lord. Talk to the spirit. If you happen to disconnect or die when the keep flips sides, fear not, as long as you hurry back and speak with the spirit while the keep is under your team's control, you will still get credit. The next 3 are to capture specific keeps and talk to Warclaw spirits at each one. Ascalon Hills in the Alpine Borderlands, the map on the right. After capping it, the Warclaw spirit you need to speak with is here. Dreadfall Bay in the other Alpine Borderlands, the map over on the left. After capping it, the Warclaw spirit you need to speak with is here. Stoic Rampart in the Desert Borderlands. After capping it, the Warclaw spirit you need to speak with is here. These last 4 tasks with the keeps can take you a while if you aren't lucky, but fear not, all the time you spend working on getting these tasks done, you are earning those WvW currencies that you will need later. This will get you 2 gifts of the Warclaw, allowing you to make this accessory twice if you wish. Next up, 500 Testimonies of Castoran Heroics. These are one of the items that can take you the longest. They will come from reward track boxes and skirmish chests. Just save up your skirmish chests, and when you get enough, each chest can yield 6 testimonies. Then when you have enough from a combination of random looting and the skirmish chests, you can open them up to get the 500. If you have them in item form, you can consume them to add them to your wallet. 50 Grandmaster Mark shards. These come from the skirmish reward track that will also be giving you your skirmish tickets. So you will see these appearing in your bag over time. You can also get them by having high-level participation when assaulting high-level keeps and castles. 25 piles of recycled siege equipment. Each pile of recycled siege equipment is obtained from trading a stack of 250 siege blueprints. In total, you will need 6,250 blueprints to make these trades. So, in short, while working on this, save all the blueprints you come across. And if you wish to, you can purchase the ones you're missing from the trading post to speed things up. The trades are done with the Siege Master, who is near your entrance on every map. 3 Gifts of Battle, which you earn from the Gift of Battle reward track. There is no other way to get these. 45 Mystic Clovers. These can be obtained from the Wizard Vault, Fractals, Raids, Strikes, PvP, World v World, Crafting, etc. Depending on how you want to earn these, it may take you a while, which is why I mentioned it earlier in the Timegates section. Personally, I would earn these from a combination of World v World and the Wizard's Vault, but do whatever works for you. 3 Gifts of Fangs, Scales, Claws, Bones, Blood, Venom, Totems, and Dust. Remember when I said 95% of what you need for this legendary is earned from just playing World v World? Here's the other 5%. These can be made by a level 400 Artificer, Huntsman, or Weaponsmith, or Lear in Secrets of the Obscure, or Wardcrafter Lucere in Moon Camp Covert in Janthier Wilds. It is cheapest to do it yourself. Lucere will do it for 1 ecto, and Lear will do it for you for 10 ectos because he has a problem. Each gift is made by simply combining a bunch of different fangs, or blood, or bones, etc. If you are missing any, I recommend just getting them off the TP. Once you have them all, combine the 3 gifts of fangs, scales, claws, and bones in the Mystic Forge to make 3 gifts of condensed might. Then combine the 3 gifts of blood, venom, totems, and dust in the Mystic Forge to make 3 gifts of condensed magic. Then take the gifts of battle, the Mystic Clovers, the gifts of condensed might, and the gifts of condensed magic, and combine them in the Mystic Forge to make 3 gifts of war prosperity. Then take the 500 testimonies of Castor and Heroics, the 50 Grandmaster Mark Shards, the 25 piles of recycled siege equipment, and the 3 gifts of war prosperity over to Dugan and purchase Gift of the Mist Warrior. Next, we need 2 gifts of glory. These are purchased from the merchants next to most Mystic Forges for 500 shards of glory total. These are earned from Conquest PvP game modes, but are tradable. So if you are a World v World junkie who can't stand no filthy Conquest PvP, you can purchase them off the trading post. 2 more Gifts of Battle. This is why I said at the start we would need 5 total. 2 Gifts of War, purchased from the same Mystic Forge merchant for a total of 500 Memories of Battle. You will earn Memories of Battle over time while playing World v World, so just wait until you're nearly done with the whole project, and then if you wish, you can purchase any memories you are missing off of the trading post to finish this step. 2 cubes of Stabilized Dark Energy. These are made with the following recipe. The stabilized matrices are looted in fractals, but can be purchased on the TP if you don't want to do fractals yourself. You will need 150 of them total. The balls of dark energy come from salvaging ascended equipment. You will always get one from salvaging ascended weapons or armor, and have a chance of getting one from other items such as backpacks, rings, amulets, and rebreathers. Like some of the items mentioned earlier, this can be assembled by Lear or Wardcrafter Lucere if you don't have the required trade skill. Finally, combine the 2 gifts of glory, the 2 gifts of battle, the 2 gifts of war, and the 2 cubes of stabilized dark energy into the Mystic Forge to create 2 gifts of the Miss. For the final steps, you will need 40 more emblems of the Avenger, which means taking part in 4,000 player kills, and 2 emblems of the Conqueror, which means taking part in another 200 objective captures or defenses. With all of this in hand, it's time to say goodbye to your Mistwalker infusion. No more looking spoopy for now. Take the infusion, the 40 emblems of the Avenger, the 2 emblems of the Conqueror, and the 2 gifts of the Miss over to Dugan, and purchase the Gift of the Mistwalker. Finally, take the Gift of the Mist Warrior, the Gift of the Mistwalker, and one of your gifts of the Warclaw to Dugan to purchase Strife Unending. Congratulations! A reminder that I have links to all of the steps in the description below. Use them if you need more details, and remember that you can make a second one of these if you just enjoy World v World and find it to be a fun method of acquiring legendary accessories. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please consider leaving a like for the YouTube algorithm, comment if you have any questions or if you know any tricks and tips that I didn't share, and subscribe to the channel if you would like to see more content. Another massive thank you to the supporters on Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube who keep this channel alive. And if you're interested in becoming one and getting more videos and perks, there is a link to that in the description. Shilling complete, thanks for listening, and happy crafting.